Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing our build on the Silverado. Last time you guys saw us put the bed on, that was super exciting. Now it looks like almost like a complete truck. And pretty much we're going to start working on the front end. We got a call from the dealer and a couple more parts came in because actually one of our transmission lines was broken. We ordered that. Also one of the gas lines we had to order, that finally came in. And they were telling us maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, who knows. But it just came in. So let's check out all the parts that came in and go from there. Alright, so here we have from the dealer all these brand new parts, which is roughly around $1,000, which is kind of pricey, but you know, at least we got them. So we got a new coolant reservoir tank, looking good. So we definitely need one of those. Ours is broken. And then here is our new transmission. No, here is our new fuel line. Since we extended the cab, we had to get a longer one. We tried to make the other one work, but then it couldn't happen. And when I ordered this, they told me couple months maybe, or even a couple weeks. They didn't have an estimated time, but it actually came in. He was super surprised too, which I'm really stoked that's in there. So we can actually try to start it after we get the new ECU, which we called them about, and they said they can order us a new one. So that's really good news too.
That's crazy. So it was the right box and the wrong part in the box.
Yeah, so wrong ECU in the right box. So I don't know what happened from GM or Chevy.
A little switcheroo.
But also here's the other one we were waiting for. So we were waiting for the transmission lines. Ours was actually broken a little bit. And these look like they're gonna be fun to put in. Especially now that we have the cab on the frame and the engine. It would have been a lot easier to do it before, but you know, it is what it is. But now at least we can change them out.
Right, because they're on back order. There's no telling when parts are gonna come in, but gotta keep moving forward.
Also, we got both intercooler pipes because ours was definitely broken. And actually, they had these in stock, so I guess it's a common thing for them to go bad, or I don't know. But they had them in stock, which was really good. The next thing is the fan shroud.
Wow, look at that thing.
So we got this guy, we can put this guy in after we do the hoses, and this is the blade. But the only thing they said was the fan clutch itself is on back order or back stock or something like that, so he didn't give me a time of that, so we might have to put all this together and wait for the fan clutch to come in. But we still got a little bit of time to do before we, you know, need it. I guess we need it. But it's gonna suck when we have to put everything together and then we gotta take it all apart to get into that part because it's kind of really tight in there. But at least we got parts, we got, you know, more progress to be done on the Silverado. But also I've been looking on the marketplace and actually found a radiator, a condenser, an intercooler, transmission, another transmission cooler, a power steering cooler, and I got a really good deal on it, so let's check it out. So here are the parts right here, and I only paid about $500 for everything, which I think I got a really good deal because I was looking online, just the radiator I think was like $600, the intercooler was like $700 or $600, so I don't know, I guess it came off another truck they were tearing down or parting out, which was a good thing for me. So first let's go ahead and start putting in the transmission lines, and then we'll start putting in the radiator, maybe the fan shroud, and putting it all together to see what else we need to order. Because most likely we're gonna find out other little hoses are gonna be broken or whatnot. But let's just get straight to it and do some work. Alright, so there we go. And we got the transmission lines replaced. And I gotta say, that's like the easiest ones I've ever done. I had to replace them on my last Silverado. Maybe because it's lifted and we got a little bit more clearance with the front differential. But you know, huge shout out to Rough Country for helping to make it a lot easier for me. But the next thing I wanna do is actually put the fan shroud in. And then we can start, maybe possibly put the radiator in and start seeing where these hoses go and go from there. So let's try to put the fan shroud in. Alright, so we actually took the upper radiator support bracket out and made it a lot easier to get to. We got the radiator installed. It went into the brackets really nicely. And then I'm starting to check all the hoses, make sure everything's gonna line up, everything's good to go. And the next thing we'll do is put the intercooler on, maybe the AC condenser, make sure all our lines are good and everything's gonna be good to go. So let's keep assembling this. Also, I got all this wires. They're clipping in, they're going in the right spots. We got a little sensor there. We still got a little bit other wire harnesses here to figure out, but no big deal. Let's just keep working. Alright, so there we have it. Pretty much I installed everything. The coolers, everything's looking good. I'm not plugging anything in all the way yet, but the next thing I want to do is figure out the AC lines, and we have one power steering / brake booster that we have to figure out. So this is the line right there, and there's a couple AC lines we got to do. There's also the coolant hoses. We got to double check nothing's broken and that they're all going to connect. So let's keep working and try to figure out where all these hoses go. Alright, so finally I got the power steering line put in. So it goes from there all the way back underneath. I had to redo the coolant lines again to get it in there. That was a lot, and it goes all the way back here. So we got everything tightened, everything's looking good. The next thing we can probably do is put the coolant reservoir tank right there and see what hoses go to that and go from there. All right, so we're back on the driver's side, and apparently they put everything on the driver's side. After I did the power steering line, then next thing was the intercooler. And intercooler goes between everything, somehow between underneath the computer, underneath this bracket, everything. So yeah, this is gonna be fun to pretty much move all the wires around once more and somehow make sure it's sitting there good, make sure it's not rubbing on anything. I'm gonna have to unplug the computer, move stuff around, and mess with these wires again. But hopefully that'll be the last time we'll do it. We put it in permanently. We got everything else looking really good, so let's keep trying. All right, so I got the jump box on, and I went to see how it's gonna do. We turned the key, we got the module inside, and I turned the key, and we got diesel coming out. So we still have that gas line we gotta replace, or the diesel line. But we did not have that before, so that's really good. And I'm doing a system scan, and it read the engine computer. So that's what we had that was damaged, so now it's reading. Let's see what kind of codes we have. All right, so we have a lot of codes. That's probably what's unhooked. That's all unhooked. So a lot of things are unhooked, which is good, but it's reading everything. The body control module has a lot of codes. The airbags have a lot of codes. Let's do a quick erase and see what happens. So we still got some codes stayed. That's not a big issue. Check engine light, check them going away. So let me go ahead and try to, I'll put you guys outside. I'll try to see if it turns over. All right, so it sounds like we definitely don't have enough power, but now it sounds like it wants to turn over. So I'm gonna have to come in the morning because it's pretty late and try to replace that gas line, and then maybe buy 2 more batteries for it, and then we can see if this thing will spin over. If it does, that would be awesome. I mean, we still ordered the computer. It's still damaged. Who knows how long this will last, but that's a really good sign. I mean, we're having an engine make noise, and then we'll call the dealer and order a couple more parts for it. And this thing is coming along. But I'll catch you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so we came in this morning and we got that fuel line installed. It was actually a pretty pain, you know, to put it in. Had to route it in there, had to actually drop the DPF tank to get it in there behind there, but I got it installed. So let's put the jump box on it, let's put the key on and make sure we're not having a fuel leak. Might have to add some more fuel to it, but we'll see. But let's try it out. Make sure nothing changed from last night. Okay, we got power to it.
I hear the fuel pump.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, I hear dripping. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it's coming out pretty good.
We got a leak somewhere.
No, just not tight.
Find out. So where is it, Ivan?
The other side, I didn't plug it in, I forgot I had to disconnect it, but I can fix that.
So the computer's kind of working that if fuel's coming in, right?
It's reading too.
That's nice.
Okay.
Right, let's try that again. Is that the starter?
Oh, no, power.
Yeah, need more power. All right, we got some more power. Another jump box. What? Yeah, buddy, spinning over. This is exciting, very exciting. Horn's working.
So that's good. So now let's go get some diesel. Put some more diesel in the tank and try it.
You don't seem excited, Ivan. That's awesome.
I'm excited. Just early in the morning.
All right, guys, get some oil first before we actually start this thing. We checked the dipstick and it was definitely low. So let's get some oil in there. We got some diesel. I filled it up already. Probably gonna get 5 more gallons. Because that tank was empty as well. Oh boy, exciting times.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, guys, so the time is finally here. We're gonna actually crank this over. We got oil, we got fuel, and we had it spinning over last time. So what, 2 months ago when we first got it, we've never heard it actually run before. So all that work we've been doing for this truck, and we don't know, how the engine sounds like or anything. It should be fine, hopefully, because everything around it was crushed. Even in the front plate when we're doing all the mechanical work on it, but hopefully it's good. So the time is now. Let's go ahead and crank it and see if it starts. Like, we gotta prime it probably, right, for the fuel? There was no fuel in the rails themselves, so.
It says showing quarter tank now.
That's good. I hear it pumping. We'll let it pump a couple times, get some fuel.
Sounds like stuck in shit over there. Okay, circulate the system.
Something sounds like it's doing something.
It's supposed to sound like that?
You sure? Let it... Hey, hey! Woo-wee! Wow. Sounds great. Awesome. Woo. Yeah, let's stop it. Let's check the oil level again. Man, that's awesome. Nice.
That's really good.
That's crazy. With our busted computer. Wow.
It's really good.
Dang. Yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely motivating to keep going forward.
Yeah, we're good.
Oil level's good. Maybe.
Maybe not.
Let's check again. Oh yeah. Man, that sounded really smooth.
All right, so just like that, we finally got it started after 2 months of messing with this thing, working on this thing. It's super exciting, and a lot of progress has been done. We got the radiators installed. We still got a couple more things we got to order from the dealer, and hopefully that new computer will come in and, we'll get programmed correctly and all like that. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully we'll go to the dealer, pick up the rest of the parts. We're gonna get the coolant in there. The AC line's gonna come in, the fan shroud, and maybe go for the first test drive with the drive shaft.
We need the drive shaft, yeah. So definitely wait for the drive shaft to come in. So once that's in here, yeah, first test drive. I mean,
that's super exciting.
That's coming around the corner.
So. But we'll catch you guys next time.